All right, so in this video, I want to talk about the test, right? This is season three of the test, and it's basically about Australia's 2023 um, test series in England in the summer, where they played the World Test Championship final and five test matches against England. There's three episodes in this series, and it's on Amazon Prime. Now, as a fan of the Indian cricket team, I've always wondered and thought about how Australia is such a wonderful cricket team, and sometimes it's hard to understand why certain teams don't perform as well against them. But I think this particular documentary shows you why they're such a great team. A lot of things that I noticed about their cricketing culture. Firstly, there is a lot of investment in individual players from a very young age, and they groom them for certain roles, and at the junior level, at the state level, and then they ease them into their specific role, and then they support them through several years as they transition into international cricket. So if you look at the Australian Test team that played in the 2023 season, you had seasoned players for each position. You had a great opening pair in David Warner and Usman Khawaja. Khawaja had a recent renewal with his form, and Warner has always been at the top of the order. And then you had Stephen Smith, Marnus Labuschagne, who are very proper test batsmen. They have their own techniques, but they're used to playing the long knocks. And then you have Travis Head, who's someone that's a little more aggressive. And then Mitch Marsh and Cam Green and Alex Carey and a bunch of all-rounders that can hit the useful runs. And then if you look at their bowling order, the three main bowlers they have, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, and Josh Hazelwood, they've been bowling together for about 7 to 8 years now, or even more. And Nathan Lyon has played 126 consecutive test matches. So it's a very strong core group that have played together for a really long time. And when you play together for so long, you naturally get so good. So I think longevity is a big part of the reason of their success. And they won the World Cup later on, and you had a lot of players transitioning from the test team into that ODI setup. So I think one of the reasons they do so well is they support their players in the good and bad times. I think what was fascinating about this series is that it shows you dressing room banter, it shows you what players do right after they play an innings, it shows you how they're feeling mentally, which you often don't get to see on a cricketing field. So I think great job to the producers of this documentary series for throwing light on the mental side of the game. And I think the mental side is a big part of your approach to the game. And you could see players like Mitch Marsh and Travis Head really opening up about how freeing themselves up mentally help them open new areas in their game. For instance, Mitch Marsh said that at a certain point, I think in the third test match against England, when he missed the ball and it looked like he was getting out, he didn't go back into thinking about him being dropped or losing his wicket. He said, okay, I missed the ball, I have to focus on the next ball. So I think in cricket, that's really important. You have to focus on the next moment rather than hold on to failures in the past. So the players got really good at doing that, at being present, at contributing to the team's purpose in that moment. And then I think playing your role in a larger team structure and having a similar vision about what kind of cricket you want to play is also a big reason for their success. Again, I really enjoyed watching two different cricketing cultures sort of clash at the highest level. So England and Australia are two great test cricket teams. The England team, or the English team, had this new approach, this more aggressive approach of playing test cricket almost like ODI cricket. So they changed test cricket the way they changed ODI cricket, and a lot of other test teams were learning that approach. They didn't face or get too much success when they were traveling, but in England they were really dominant. So that baseball approach was meeting this set Australian way of playing cricket, which was always aggressive but also very resilient in persistence. persistent. So yeah, I think I learned a lot from about leadership from Pat Cummins. For instance, he would not like pester his players too much because he trusted them professionally. He would believe in their abilities and back them up. And I think that was a big part of their success as a team. So yeah, I mean, these are just some things I thought about as I watched the test. It's a great documentary to learn about life, to learn about leadership, to learn about teamwork. And I always thought sports is a great metaphor for life. And you fail in life, you succeed in life, but you have people to bring you up. And that's what this documentary really shows you. And it really shows you what a great cricketing nation Australia is, but also how building a strong team is also about how individuals contribute to the larger goal of helping that team succeed. And this applies in that sport and in life as well. So this is my review of the test, and I hope you subscribe to this channel for more such reviews. And I really enjoyed writing this review and sharing it with you. And yeah, thanks for taking the time to listen to this. Watch the trailer linked below. And yeah, thank you again for listening and subscribing to this channel.